What is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. In this video today, I'm going to be telling you guys what the best squad possible is in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. So, I know there's a lot of skepticism on, obviously I made my list, but how is this current gen? How is this next gen? And so, I'm going to be making my all-in-one list. And yes, I'm going to talk about if this player is better on current gen, next gen, or it doesn't really matter. And it's just kind of difficult, especially with the guy like Zion Williamson compared to LeBron, because Zion's a lot better on current gen, LeBron's a lot better on next gen. So obviously you've got to take that into account. Before we go any further, if you are new to the channel and have not yet, please smash the subscribe button as we are on the road to 40,000 subscribers. Coming as no surprise at the starting point guard position is a guy who honestly will probably be a part of these for a long time, in Pink Diamond Steph Curry. Now, when this card first got released, if you told me I'd still be using the card in December, I'd have told you you're crazy. But the way 2K has dropped content, it being kind of slow this year, which isn't bad. You guys got to remember. Do you guys remember when we got the Pink Diamond Tim Duncan at 97 overall last year? It was super early. So I thought 2K might speed things up even more this year, but that's not what we've seen. We've seen kind of 2K take things slow, which I personally do like. But for Steph's longevity, that means if you didn't get Steph, that it's kind of troublesome, because I know a lot of people compare Darren Williams to Steph. You just can't, okay? No point guard can consistently play like Steph Curry, and that's just the bottom line. Yes, Darren Williams can give you 90% of Steph Curry. Yes, John Stockton provides something different, but as far as just being the overall best point guard in the game, and still, in my opinion, probably the best player in the game, Pink Diamond Steph Curry easily takes the cake. Coming at the shooting guard position might be an unpopular opinion for a lot of you guys, but for me, there's no question about it. The Steph and Grant Hill duo is absolutely incredible, and the reason I like Grant Hill over a lot of people is because look at the badges that Grant Hill can get. Like, when I come in here and look at my Grant Hill, he's got 9 Hall of Famers, 39 gold badges, and 1 on silver. So he's got 49 badges, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Compare that to J.R. Smith or a lot of other guys, and just compare how good Grant Hill truly is on defense. I know I'm personally biased by taking Grant Hill over a lot of the guys. When it comes down to it, his speed, lateral quickness, the way he plays defense, give me Grant Hill on my squad every day of the week. Now, the small forward and power forward positions are where it gets so difficult, so messy, and it's still giving me trouble to even think about. But I think just to start things off at the small forward position on current gen, give me Zion Williamson, okay? If this is next gen, give me a guy like Pink Diamond Kevin Durant, probably. But on current gen, Zion definitely makes my squad, no doubt about it. Has a great release, great 3-ball, great defender, and even on next gen, you can make a case that Zion is better than KD. I personally don't love Kevin Durant, but I know a lot of people like the card, and so if you want to put Kevin Durant here, I'm not objecting to it. But for me personally, knowing the way I like Zion, knowing his animations, even on next gen, I would be able to get his release down. I get it slower. It's just kind of like a shot put type release, but I'd be able to eventually get it down and green with it, although it might be a slower release. I don't know. I have a hard time thinking that KD is going to be better than Zion, for me at least, and that is why Zion comes in at my starting small forward. At the starting power forward, I really have no hesitation at all who goes here. And a lot of you guys might not agree with me, but Pink Diamond Giannis for me obviously takes the cake here at my starting power forward position. And the reason why is he comes with a 72 3-ball. That's fine. Give him a shoe. It's 79. Give him a coach. You're looking at an upper 70s 3-ball. Then with floor general, it's where it needs to be. I get he doesn't have the shooting badges you might want, but a Giannis with the 72 3-ball shoe, coach, he is going to be able to green consistently. He's not one of the best defenders. The single best defensive player in my team is Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's not even close. Look at his speed, look at his lateral quickness, and more importantly, look what Giannis is like fully badged out. I harped on it with Grant Hill. Badges mean more than anything, and this Giannis can get, I think, upwards of 50 total badges. If you don't use Giannis in your squad just because of the sole fact he can't shoot, you need to look at the bigger picture. At the starting center position, there's no question who goes here. And Pink Diamond Blake Griffin. And the reason I'm running this squad, right? Steph and Grant Hill they're gonna guard the 1 and the 2. Okay, neither of them have incredible interior defense. Grant Hill is probably gonna guard that main ball handler. Zion, Giannis, and Blake all can. They're all versatile defenders. Obviously, Blake's gonna guard the big center, whatever. But Giannis, an incredible defender, a great guy you can swing with. Zion, 6'6", a great interior, great perimeter defender as well. And I just love the defensive makeup of my starting lineup as a whole. Blake Griffin gives you an added boost in the pick and pop scenario. And the reason I like this squad is Giannis, I don't like running Giannis as my screen setter. I'm not good enough at using screens to do that. So Giannis can stand in the corner. I can run my pick and pop with Blake, get the floor spacing I need. And this squad is the squad I would start the 250K tournament with if it was today. Now the bench, obviously the backup point guard's a position which a lot of people would run John Wall. A lot of people saying Darren Williams. A lot of people might run a Monte Ellis. For me, go to the old reliable in Diamond John Stockton. And I'm biased with John Stockton. I'm biased with Grant Hill. But when you give a card upper 40s badges, it just changes things. It changes the way they play defense. It changes the way they play offense. It just changes everything. Badges mean more in this game than a lot of people realize. And a badged out John Stockton, I think, has 47 or 48 total badges, which is just absolutely ridiculous for a diamond card. I've gotten better with his release. He has Showtime dunks, a great defender, and John Stockton, in my opinion, is still to this day one of the most underrated cards in 2K21. This backup shooting guard is a tough one. You could go Jason Richardson, you could go Walter Davis, you could go Cam Reddish, or you could go J.R. Smith. You could go any of those places for the backup too. For me personally, I'll explain kind of why I'm going this way. I think I'm going to lean J.R. Smith just barely over Walter Davis. The reason I'm going to do this is I'm going to put Cam Reddish right here. Now, a lot of people, here's the thing. I like Cam Reddish over J.R. Smith. So the thing is, if you want to move Cam Reddish here, or if you want to play KD, then move Cam Reddish here and get J.R. Smith out of your lineup. But if you want, in my opinion, I like J.R. Smith more than Kevin Durant. And so this is the lineup I'm rolling with. I got J.R. Smith at the 2, running Cam Reddish at the 3. Here's the reason why. I get J.R. Smith is missing a lot of badges, but the thing is he has Hall of Fame range, has some key badges, can speed boost on current gen, one of the best releases in the game, and so it's hard to not put him into your lineup. I get he's overhyped up, and he definitely is. J.R. Smith is one of the most overrated players in NBA 2K21. But with that being said, you still got to respect him. You still got to respect what he can do for you. In my opinion, definitely deserves a spot on the best squad in the game. At the 3, I like Cam Reddish. I really love what he gives you on defense, whether it's chase down blocks, whether it's, guarding the opponent's best player, playing lanes. He can do it all. He's got the Paul George release, which with Cam Reddish, I'm actually kind of inconsistent with on Xbox. On PlayStation, I'm absolutely green with, which is kind of interesting. But on next gen, obviously things change. John Stockton's not quite as good on next gen. J.R. Smith, he's still knocked down on next gen. Cam Reddish is knocked down on next gen. So you just got to kind of monitor. I think Cam Reddish behind the back changed on next gen too. So it's so dependent. Honestly, Cam Reddish over Zion Williamson on next gen is probably one thing I would go with on next gen specifically. And if that's the case, if you want to run Cam Reddish and Kevin Durant as your 3s, you can do that as well. But current gen, next gen specifically, like for me personally, remember this is my preference, I'm going J.R. Smith at my backup 2 with Cam Reddish at the backup small forward position. Coming in at the power forward position, current gen, next gen, it truly doesn't matter. Another guy similar to Giannis who is going to give you everything on the basketball court in Pink Diamond LeBron. Now on next gen, obviously he takes a bigger step with a great release, but still on current gen, he has a good 3-ball, good mid-range. He's still going to knock down shots at a high rate, especially with his release not being great. You got to take that into account, take that into consideration. But still on current gen specifically, he makes my squad. He's better on next gen, and so that's something to account for. So obviously LeBron, Giannis, it's preference who you like more, who you start, and stuff like that. And obviously with my backup center, you guys are going to kind of see some things. So I'm going to give you 2 different options at the center position too, which you guys might want to move these pieces around. But these 10 players, maybe 11, depending on the backup center, because I might throw 2 guys out there, are the guys that I would run out there with in the 250K tournament. 100%. I'm confident with these players. I think these guys make up the best squad in the game, and LeBron's definitely a part of that. What he can do in the lanes on defense, chase down blocks, just everything he gives you, and then on the offensive end, contact, dunk, showtime. You cannot go into a competitive game with the best players, and Pink Diamond LeBron James isn't a part of it. At the backup center position, there's one guy ahead of the rest, and I think it is Pink Diamond Dave Cowens. Now, I don't have Dave Cowens, and I've never ran Dave Cowens really on my squad, but no doubt about it, with his defensive stats, he definitely deserves to be a part of this squad. Just look at all of the defense all the way through. You got a guy like Grant Hill, Zion's a good defender, Giannis, Blake's even a good defender in his own right. You got Pink Diamond LeBron, Dave Cowens on my bench. The defense on this squad is just absolutely ridiculous, but I feel like it's balanced well with the offense. So Dave Cowens, obviously, the one thing bad about him is he can max. He only can get 28 total badges, and so I definitely think that limits how good he can truly be. But still, in the pick and pop game, stuff like that, he is absolutely knocked down. Now, if you wanted to, I know a lot of you guys might be thinking this, you could run an Anthony Davis Zion duo, get them a little boost and run that type of a lineup. Or if this was my squad alone, I might run Tim Duncan. Honestly, I'm comfortable with Tim Duncan. My Tim Duncan has 10 Hall of Famers, so that's another guy I can throw in there. A lot of those guys are valid options, but I still think Dave Cowens is that one step above the rest, and so I'm gonna plug him into this lineup. Now, you guys might be wondering, Ty, you don't even run these guys. Like, you don't even run Giannis, you don't run JR, you don't run Dave Cowens. Well, you want to know why I don't run Giannis, Dave Cowens, or JR? Because those guys combined for about 2.5 million MT. So this is an unrealistic squad for me to even build. So I'm not recommending you guys just go out there and blow money to get this squad. But if you guys are wondering what the best squad is, what the most competitive lineup is right now that I would go out there and be comfortable with, this is probably it for me. Now, obviously, I'm a defensive head. So like Grant Hill, for example, you could switch a Grant Hill for a guy like Walter Davis. Some stuff like that, the smallest minor adjustments that fits your playstyle. Guys, drop your comments down below. Who is I too high on? Who did I miss out on? Who on this list doesn't belong on this list? And who missed the list that definitely belonged on this list? Let me know. Like I said, the backup center position is the one that I feel like could maybe be adjustable, but everything else I'm super confident with. A lot of like the Grant Hill Zion, it's just because they've ran together enough and that I'm comfortable with them in my lineup. But guys, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys and have a blessed day.